All right, great. Jonathan, tell us what you were doing before Year Up. How did you find out about Year Up? And why did you decide to join?
Before Year Up, I was working on a grocery store, and I was working for part-time and taking full-time classes at City College. And I heard from a friend, he's an alumni for the program. So he took the program and he's currently working at Apple. And I was always interested in technology since I was little. I came from Peru, so I was studying computer science there, and when I came here, I couldn't transfer any of my credits from the school, so I have to start all over again. A little disappointed, but everything went well when I actually had the interview here at the program, and I have like high expectations of the program because of him, and I was motivated to do it because I wanted to have a better future here in America.
Great. So you I guess you kind of answered it, but why technology? Where do you see yourself going in technology?
I'm currently specializing in cybersecurity, and I never had exposure to it before, so I think it's very interesting, the career. It's like fascinating how you have to be on top of what's happening, and it's also, I believe, like it's a good, I believe on the ethic of using technologies for a good purpose, and I think it feels good for me to do it because I feel like a superhero on the cyber field.
Great. Okay.
Great. So, Jonathan, just thinking now that we're 2/3 of the way through through L&D, through the program, sorry. Thinking back to your first 13, 14 weeks in program, what has been the biggest challenge for you in coming to Year Up, or the biggest growth area? And what have you done to work on this challenge or growth area, / what do you plan to do moving into internship to ensure your success?
I'll say definitely communication and public speaking, and also be confident on myself, because I only have 5 years here in America. It's hard for me sometimes to express myself, and I think the program pushes me to get out of my comfort zone and be confident when I speak.
Great.
So what I do every day is just try to talk to somebody and try to meet a new person every day.
Great. For 5 years, you're doing pretty well.
I'll say your English, your command of English language is very good. So,
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I'm so sorry.
I was writing down notes and I lost track. Next question is, looking at the internship descriptions that were in the packet that you got, feel free to, probably the cybersecurity one will be most relevant to you. Just, I'd love to hear why you're a strong candidate for that internship slot.
I think I'm introverted, so I think I can work really well independently. And cybersecurity, it's a field that requires a lot of independent work in the work environment, and also outside of the work. You have to be constantly checking the news. What are new breaches? What are new flows that people can exploit on the system? And also, I'm very passionate about technology.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so what do you think is the greatest strength that you bring to the workplace, Jonathan?
I think as an immigrant, I have like a different point of view from other people, and that could be something that you're missing on your in a project, or also in the cybersecurity field, as you can get attacked from anywhere in the world. So I think having a different perspective can help companies to find out holes in the system.
All right. Um, Tell us about a time when you completed a large quantity of work in a short amount of time, and how did you ensure that both you met the deadline and you delivered high-quality work on the product?
When I was studying in Peru in a technological institute, I have two final projects that were on a month of deadline. So it was a database and also a software on Java. So we have a group, but most of the time I was the leader. So I have to delegate work for them. And at the time, I was the one who has more knowledge. That's why they always keep me the leader. And what I did is basically write an agenda for myself and for them to follow. So every day they have something like a piece of code that they can show me, and I can go through and say, yeah, this is good, or you can work on this and fix it. And at the end of the semester, I have a really good outcome. I was in the top 10 of my class. And
All right. Cool.
Awesome. You just mentioned that your position in that group was you were a leader in that group. Can you talk? Excuse me, I can't speak. Can you talk about a challenge that you faced as a leader in that group, or another situation where you were a leader and faced a challenge?
Yeah, I think when I was studying, since I was the one who has more knowledge, for them it was hard to grasp a lot of the things that I was doing. And I have to teach them first in order for them to understand what I was doing, so they can follow up and be on track of what were my goals.
Great. Were there any strategies that you used that were particularly helpful in kind of navigating that?
We normally, after class, we stay like an hour, and we went through, it's kind of like an agile methodology where you every day stand up and say what have you been struggling and what you have done so far. So basically that's what I did. I forced them to stay every day after class and make sure that they were on track.
Great.
So, share one goal that you've set for yourself and what steps of action you're taking to reach that goal.
For the Mod 1, my goal was to be at least 85% on each course, and I achieved it. And I think I went over the expectations because most of them were over 90. And my next goal will be finish my CompTNA book, read it, and take the certificate test by the end of the Mod 3.
That'll be very useful.
Yes, definitely.
So thinking about kind of a scenario that you might find yourself in, imagine your manager assigns you a project, and you don't quite know how to go about it. It's Friday afternoon, your manager needs it really soon, and you don't know what steps to take in order to start doing this project. How would you go about that situation?
First of all, I will research on my own, try to go in the internet, and if I don't find anything that I'm familiar with, I will contact my friends or people who I know are working on that field or on the programming language. And after that, if I really can find how to do it, I will constantly ask my manager, let him know what I have been doing, who I have been contacting, and that I'm not going to be able to do it if that's the case, or if he can provide me more help.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a question that's off the grid. It's not on anywhere in here. I just like to ask it.
Yeah.
So, just to make it a little more fun. So, Jonathan, if I asked you to describe your definition of happiness, what would that be?
I would say be in a place that I'm happy to go every day. It doesn't have to be the highest salary. It just has to be enough for me to have financial stability. And I also met the love of my life here in America, and I want to start my life here, have a family, and also support my family since I'm the first generation here in America.
Nice, very good. She's lucky to have you. So one other, just a quick tech scenario. If Kathleen and I were working on a Word document and we wanted to send it out in a PDF, what would we do?
Should I explain it?
You could explain it.
So on the Word document, you will click on the top left file, Save As, and then it will pop up a window, and you can select on the bottom says Format. You can select their PDF and save it as that, and then I can send it to you.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. Any questions for us?
No, I think
All right.
okay.
Wonderful.
Very well.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was a
Thank you.
pleasure. Nice to
Thank
meet
you
you,
for your
Jonathan.
time.
Yeah,
Nice to
thank
meet
you.
you too.
Nice to meet
Hope to see
you.
you around.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. Good luck.
Have a good one.
Side question: how long have you and your love been dating?
Almost 2 years.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she's very supportive. She helps me a lot with my accent.
Oh, you do great.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
She's doing her master on education.
Oh, awesome.
So we
Oh,
go to cafe and study together.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
great.
good.
That's great. Well,
Good.
you'll be a power couple.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome.
All right,
Thanks so much,
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Thank you.
Take care.
Uh-huh.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Cool. I spent
God.
9 years studying French, and I can barely hold a conversation.
Doesn't it just blow your mind? Like, how do people learn
Like I know immersion
as a
takes you
second
far, but
language?
still.
Oh my God.